This is a video review of Gosei Great from Tensou Sentai Goseiger, also known as the Gosei Great Megazord from Power Rangers Megaforce. Now, before I really get into the video review, I want to eat a little bit of dirt first. Last year, I was reviewing some of the Megaforce stuff. I think it was that spaceship thing. I can't remember what it was called in Megaforce. And it's Gosei Ultimate in Goseiger, by the way. And I said, and I paraphrase, I hate Goseiger. I hate everything about it. I hate the suits. I hate the morpher. I'm just done with Goseiger. I hate the design, so I'm not going to get anything from Goseiger. I'm not going to review anything else from Megaforce. And as you can see, I got the, this is actually the Toys R Us version, which has a couple minor differences from the Japanese release, but it's basically the same thing. I also got Gosei Ground over there, and I also got Data's Hyper. And I also got the Gosei Ultimate, the big spaceship thing. So, except for the header sets and the Mystic Brother, I got all the mecha from Goseiger now. So my point is, sometimes I'm dumb and I say things I shouldn't say. Anyway, on to the figure itself. There are two of the Zords, I'm going to call them Zords in this set that I don't like. And it's the bird one here, and it's the bulldozer tiger one here. The bird one here is supposed to be like a, the bird header here combined with like an F-14 or an F-15 or something, but it's not. It's actually a retard bird. And I have actually said that exact same thing today already, which is weird when I did my parody review of Samurai Engine OG-14. But yeah, I'm not impressed with this thing at all, especially because the little cockpit in here can't see over this bar, and it's just, there's nothing neat or impressive about it. It's obviously just an arm with wings on it. It doesn't really look like it's anything like. This one looks like a shark. This one over here is interesting, and it looks kind of like a train. This thing is obviously a dragon. This thing ain't shit. So, anyway, you turn this into the arm, you turn that up, put these out to the side, and, oh wow, it's an arm. I wouldn't have guessed. As you can see, in spite of getting these things, I am still not super duper pleased with, Goseiger. And this one is kind of the same thing. It's, oh wow, I wonder what this turns into. Whoop! It's a leg! But yeah, it's, a block with treads that has a, saber-toothed tiger head. Yeah, this isn't anything. So, there it is as a leg off to the side. Now onto the ones I actually like. Here's the shark, and normally I don't like aquatic-based Zords because, like, when is this ever going to be in a place that's useful? Humans live on land, so unless it is something like Balkinger, where they're like actually going to the sea to find stuff, like buried treasure or whatever. A submarine's just never going to be useful in a fight against evil. So I'm still not super pleased about this because I don't like some of the aquatic Zords. In fact, there is another aquatic Zord. But anyway, it actually is something though, so it's not bad. It's more of a pet peeve of mine than it being objectively bad. So anyway, to transform this, you pull these in, and you fold these down to the side. And here it is as the arm. And I do like how they have these markings right here that are the same on both sides. I think that's pretty neat. So put this off to the side, put this off to the side. And here's my favorite one of the set, which is the snake train. It's not actually that great because it doesn't quite look like a train, but I appreciate the effort and I appreciate the creativity. And that's really what I want from these kinds of toys, is interesting stuff, and that's what this guy delivers. It's not great, but it's not bad. He does have wheels, and he will roll, and he does have quite a bit of flexibility, although some of it is blocked off up there by some stops, and also by ratchets, and can't turn much here. He's pretty okay for what he is. So to transform into pants and a leg, you pop those down, you pop this down, and it'll sort of plug into place, and then you bring this up like that. So put that off to the side. And the last one we have to see is the big old dragon, which is, I'm not a fan of how the wings work. I've never been a fan of that. Goseiger just has so many weird design choices like that, but in the context of some of the later combinations, I get why it is the way it is. And, cat! Anyway, it's not bad for what it is. Now to start transforming it, you pop parts off, and it's a parts former. Oh no! Yeah, anyway, you pop off this, you pop off the neck, you pop off the tail. You'll take the sword and the tail here, you'll pop them together. And what's interesting is that these things right here normally can only go together one way, but the port right here is actually can go both ways. So you can put it on like this or like this. I like putting it on like that. So anyway, there's the weapon. You'll pop this onto the head, and then you'll press this down to get the head. Bring that up, and now we can start assembling the guy. So we'll start with the pair of legs here. And then this will slide over here like this. And the way you want to do is you press down on this wheel section here, and that brings down a little tab. So there, that's all put together. Now we can angle up, and then we put on the arms. Now, something that's weird about mine is when I first got this guy, the joints on the arms here were super loose. They could not hold up the arms, arm with the weapon at all. It just didn't work. But now it's almost way too tight. It's not as tight as it was because I've messed with it a bit to try and wear the joint down a little bit. But what's weird is that it did not get super tight until I combined it with a Gosei Ground over there. And I think it's something to do with the way that he connects to the arm port. Sorry, it did something to the joint, and I don't know what it did. And honestly, it kind of worries me, because I don't know if, like, oh, it's fragile now because something broke, and that's why it's different. I'm very confused by it. But anyway, the sword here can either go into the hand like this and be one of those weird janky swords where the handle isn't actually the handle, it's off to the side, so that if anyone hits at a glancing blow, it's going to twist in the wrist and then either break the wrist or fly off. So, yeah, it's one of those kinds of weapons, but it's big and intimidating. And in fact, it's big and intimidating enough that it actually works pretty well with the Ground Gosei Great form. And what's interesting about this also is that it can plug into his back, and it's either like this or like this. There we go. And I like that. I like that storage. It looks interesting. And anyway, yeah, this is Gosei Great. It's not the most complex figure in the world, which is really my problem with it anyway. And it doesn't really do much. You can rotate the arms around most of the way, except for the wings. Nothing in the legs, nothing in the head. You can rotate the wings back if you want. And that makes him look even smaller than he already is, because he really is a small Megazord. So anyway, this is just about it for Gosei Great. He's really not that interesting by himself. In fact, the only reason why I got this guy was so I can combine him with a Gosei Ground over here, or Gosei Ground. And I like the combination that these guys make together, even though the individual Zord modes I am not really a fan of. In fact, the only reason I got these guys is for the combined mode, because I do like Ground Gosei Great quite a bit. So anyway, this has been a video review of Gosei Great. Not recommended on his own. That's what I'm going to say here. So unless you're just like a super big fan of Goseiger, in which case I pity you. Actually, I don't know, because I haven't seen the show. I don't like so much of the aesthetic choices of Goseiger. It just drives me nuts. I'm probably never going to give it a chance. So I'll take back things I shouldn't say again. It might be a great show, I don't know. But anyway, if you really like the show, maybe get it, but otherwise I wouldn't get it unless you also plan on getting Gosei Ground. So anyway, I review Power Rangers and Digimon and Transformers and Tobots and lots of stuff like that. If that sounds interesting, please subscribe, and thank you for watching.